Welcome to the ever so peaceful town of Morio.
Help me! Oh my god!
Where the streets are always clean and completely safe. Where nothing bizarre or even a little bit strange ever happens. Oh, what the f- Well, this video is gonna be fun. But the game is called Road to Heaven, and like always, link to the game's Discord and my Discord where you can find a bunch of other cool upcoming games in the description. With that said, let's begin. So the game has 1v1s, and of course you gotta have your steel ball run as well. But what I was interested in was the main game, because this is where you're gonna have your storyline and all that. So I'm immediately greeted in this loading screen to an interesting message. Yeah, it's time to completely disregard that as well, but eventually I was able to load in. Now I was in the middle of nowhere, so I didn't actually know where I was or what I was doing, but eventually I got to the main square that you have in every JoJo game, where I found these people, and they actually gave me a stand arrow. Now after using it, it did this really cool effect, and obviously I got a stand, but my stand was special because it was. Now Star Platinum and just stands in general in this game are pretty cool. Now obviously you can see they look pretty good, but I love the sound design, the feel, the effects, everything about them is really nice. So obviously it can't be a Star Platinum without a barrage, and yes, it is pretty loud. That's what I mean, the sound effects are pretty cool. I actually really like that. And then you have your arm move right here, look at this, boom. So that's like a big punch, you know, Star Platinum has that. And then, you know, of course you gotta have your Star Finger as well, and then that does like bleed damage to them. And then there's actually a throw move right here, you pick them up and slam them into the ground, so that's nice as well. And then I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite moves in the entire kit, the grab, and then you just beat the hell out of them, you just completely, yeah, that is Now of course you have a slam move as well, like, you know, right there, just slam them into a wall. They have some utility moves as well, like if I can do this and I can teleport different places, time skip, and then of course you have a stand jump as well to disengage. But wouldn't be Star Platinum without this right here. You know what was coming, and I like that. The effect of it is really cool. You just beat the mess out of them, and yeah, they get one tap. Pretty nice. But it was time for the first quest in the game, and it's given to you by Josuke, and it basically just kind of acts as a combat tutorial. Now Josuke ordered me to clean up the streets and take out a few thugs, which was actually pretty easy for me because of my Star Platinum. Not only that, I also had the trait Ascended, which is basically like the rarest thing. Now don't think that the NPCs in this game are easy just because of what you just saw, because I'll tell you one thing, these NPCs are actually smart and they will mess you up. I tried to just kind of M1 spam them at first, and they will not hesitate to infinite combo you into oblivion if you think that this is just a regular game. But anyway, the next thing I had to do was find another thug, because they're not all in the same place. So I go find another one, and I wasn't messing around with M1s this time. I just straight up use a barrage, and because the Ascended trait, it nearly gets one tapped. So we're basically done the quest at this point. So all there's left to do is take one more out and then give the quest to Josuke. So the next step in the journey is talking to this miner. Now he's just sitting here all cool like, but his quest is one of the most important in the game because he teaches you how to get Requiem arrows. And to make a long story short, what he said is for a small fee he gives you a pickaxe. Now what you can do with that pickaxe is you're actually going to be able to mine meteors that will fall out of the sky at complete random, and for from that, you can use that ore to craft a Requiem arrow. So I begin to search out in the world for any meteors falling down. I look into the sky, but there also could have been meteors that have already fallen, and the map is pretty big, so we go to check around there. But on my travels, I see what looks to be someone fighting a bunch of people, but I was actually wrong. Turns out NPCs in the game actually will fight each other, and there was just a spontaneous gang battle. So I thought that was actually pretty cool for like immersion, that NPCs actually do fight each other and there can be just completely random events like that. Like, that is really nice. So what it looks like here is they were like robbing a store or something, and I guess the player is supposed to defeat them all and help out Koichi, who was in the front. So that is what I try to do. Now I'll be honest, I can kind of see where the difficulty in the game comes, because in this game usually you're not going to be fighting one NPC. The NPCs fight in groups, so that is probably the hardest part about it. And my level wasn't too high either, so that wasn't it wasn't going too good for me. But I will be honest, Star Platinum in this game is probably top 3 strongest, but in the end I still died. Yeah, you know, you can't always be the main character. But by now I was actually hungry for a taste of the game's PvP, so my opponent had Crazy Diamond, I had Star Platinum. Let's see. Now, this is one thing I actually really liked about the game. Star Platinum is objectively the better stand here, and it definitely did more damage, I think, at a base level, but he was actually able to keep up with me with Crazy Diamond, which is a much worse stand simply because he knew the game better and knew better combos. So even when I time stop him and do like half his health with a single combo, he's still able to get back in the game because he knows how to parry that and do damage to me. So that is where the skill comes into the game, and that's what I really like about it. I like games where you can outplay your opponent no matter what they have, no matter what skill set. If you are the better player, you will win in the end. And you see right here, I actually do die to Crazy Diamond with Star Platinum, so that was interesting. But the next fight was going to be Star Platinum versus the World. Now, the World was basically like Star Platinum, but the moves were a bit different. They were more like, you know, Dio's playstyle, knives and all that. You know, you got the sign and stuff that you could smash, but I'd gotten better with the combos at this point. You saw that right there, like that was pretty good. But again, he knew the game, so he blocked mid-air and jumped when I time stopped, so obviously that is not going to do much damage to him. Overall, he was just playing better, but my combos had gotten really good at this point, so I was still able to do lots of damage and not take as much as I did in the last fight. But still, it was very fun, and I just think that it's just like fluid. Like, the combat in this game is just nice. I think a lot of you are just looking for a fun PvP type game. This is definitely what you want. So next, he literally brings out Dio's diary, then vanishes from existence and comes back with goddamn the world over heaven. Now, this is just a little early sneak peek of it because this will not be in the game on release. This is definitely going to be an update, but I think it's pretty cool that they've already thought ahead that far to pass just a release. So they definitely have content stockpiled, so updates will be pretty quick when the game does drop. And overall, I was just excited that you will actually be able to evolve stands and progress like that, so that's even more content for you to do. But I actually did want to try and fight it, but I knew that I was just going to get infinite comboed, and infinite combo I did get. So a single M1 does like 30 damage, then he puts me into this combo. I don't even know what's happening. My health bar is depleting. I'm literally getting fodderized. It was literally like what happened in those last 10 seconds. Almost my entire health bar is gone, and I don't even know why. And then we clash barrages, and obviously his is stronger, so I'm the one that dies there. Now, that said, we'd actually kind of gotten sidetracked. We were still looking for that meteor. We hadn't found it yet. So we just kind of were in the middle of the plaza, looking up in the sky, listening out, and then we eventually traveled to this place called the Morio Grand Hotel because apparently there's a chance of meteor spawning here. We see JoJo, he asked me to kill Kira, I'm level 2, so I decline, but then eventually we do get to the meteor. Now I was excited to see what happens, and we'd actually given up by the time it spawned and fell down, so yeah, I was kind of in a rush. I almost wasn't even recording it, but yeah, we did get it. I was able to mine it, and then you can bring it up so you can actually hold it. I don't know how that big little meteor turns into this little handheld thing, but either way, I was able to get that, and then we took it back to the miner. Now, I don't really know if Star Platinum was going to have a Requiem evolution, because I think that's more of a non-canon type thing, but I still wanted to try and get that Requiem arrow, and in the end we did get the Requiem arrow. But do note, this isn't even half the content in the game. There is a lot more, and they are constantly updating, and I'm really excited to see this game flourish because it is some of the most fun I've had on Roblox in a bit, because there's nothing tedious about this. It's not a cash grab. You can tell that this was a passion project, and it's just a fun, simple, old school JoJo game that I think a lot of you are going to like. So that said, be sure to join their Discord, join my Discord, and if you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one.
I can persevere, go forward on my own. There's a bright and shining pure light coming